Woo, all right, all right, all right. We back. It's your boy K, man. It's been a minute. We're back with another great video about side hustles, passive income. Talk about credit, crypto, everything on these channels. Follow Boss Up with K. If you're not on the Boss Up with K channel, follow Kevin Blackman. If you're not on the Kevin Blackman channel, I'm gonna put this video on both of my channels. But appreciate you tapping in with me. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and drop a comment where you at, what part of the country, where you at in the world, because I find side hustles, gigs, and the ways to make you money anywhere you are. Okay. All right. So let's get into it. I got a great side hustle for you guys, part-time income that you can actually possibly make full-time income, something I've been doing since 2010, 2011, which is in-person focus groups as well as online focus groups. Now, many of you guys been online, seeing how to make money online, seeing so many scams out here. This is not a scam. This is legit money. Um, I get paid in checks, gift cards, or cash, or they send some electronic payment to my PayPal or whatever. So all the payments are legit. I've been paid. Like I said, I've been doing this for over 10 years. These in-person focus groups are what you need to be doing. And in your part-time, I'm going to show you how to find the best companies in your area to start working with. All right. So with these focus groups, unlike the online surveys where you got to spend, 30 minutes, 10 minutes filling out stupid little surveys and only making $2 or $3, these pay you up to $75, $100 an hour just for giving your opinion on something online or actually showing up in person in a round table scenario or a small group or a one-on-one environment or sometimes a large group of 30 or more people where you give your opinion on something, you give your feedback, you talk about it. Sometimes they feed you, give you a little drink, soda, water, tea, and then they send you on home with a check or a gift card. So let's talk about some of the companies that I work with, guys. All right. And let me show you my email. Oh, you guys can't. It's kind of hard to see the email, but these are all the focus groups. If you see the date on there, you got 2011, 2010. Yeah, I think 2010 is the first one I start actually saving these emails in the folder. But all of these have companies you can work for. I want to leave a link to all of them down in the description so you can go. But I mean, like this company is Schlesinger Associates. So let's see, some of the pay metrics back in 2010. So they have all these surveys. If you're a female using oral products, if you're a male and female, 25 to 70 about health and wellness. So they give you different scenarios and they have looking for different demographics of what they're looking for to actually bring in and actually do the focus group and do the study and get information. So usually the studies may range like a week or two. Somebody flies in for a specific company. Like I've done research for cars. I've done it mostly for cigarette companies. I really don't even smoke cigarettes, but I I was in need of money, and I said I did smoke cigarettes just to get on in there. But they do have some safeguards in place to kind of ask some questions, kind of weed people out. If you notice that a study is about skincare and you say you don't have a skincare routine, of course you're not going to get picked. So these are some of the things you got to look out for. Here's some more skincare. Here's the one about clothing. All of these are passed, so I don't have the amount of money. Let's go back to recent times. So here's one actually about video games, prcmarketresearch.com. Next week, you can do a study about video games. And this one pays $200. Yes, $200 just for doing 60-minute interview in person 18 to 55 years old, any adult, male or female, doesn't matter. You will get $200 just for talking about video games. Man, that's incredible. This is a legit opportunity that's well over $200 an hour. I mean, that's crazy pay. But like I said, they are looking for a specific type of person. So if you go into this, and you probably will notice that they are looking for somebody that plays a specific game. They don't tell you what game it is, but you can kind of get a feel of what type of game, depending on what type of questions they ask you. So, you've got basic demographic questions they ask you at first. That's the same thing they do because they want to have a certain amount of people in a certain age group. And then they kind of fill those up, and then they may have a waiting list that you can join if somebody drops out or whatever. And then, yes, I live in Atlanta. I'm not going to go through all of these surveys here, but I'm just kind of weeding through some of these companies here. PRC Corporation, they have one study adults who are 18 and older, $125. This is an online webcam one, so you don't even have to leave your house to make this. This is running from June 14th all the way to July 6th. Here's another one of respiratory conditions. This one is actually over webcam as well. Webcam. So most of these are all webcam with this company. Second time vehicle study in home Orland. This one was actually in person. This one in Miami residence in person for second vehicle company catering study. I love the catering study. I did a study for Popeye's chicken when they first actually I was one of the first people to test the Popeye's chicken sandwiches back in 2018. They had, brought us different pieces of sandwiches, like small pieces. You had to try about 3 or 4 bites or 3 or 4 different types of chicken sandwiches. Take a bite or two, take a swig of water, type your opinion how you like this one. Is it spicy enough? Is it juicy enough? Is the bread, how's the bread taste? They had different combinations of their sandwich that they were trying to get out to the public, and we had to test many of them. Also did one for Subway. I also done alcohol tasting studies. Yes, I've done a tasting study for 1800 when they first brought out their pineapple flavored tequila. That's been a while ago, but that was a cool study. We had free shots of tequila and got paid for it. So these studies are incredible. These studies are a great way to make extra money. Yes, the thumbnail says 3,000 a week. You can do. You saw one for $200 just for a couple of hours, 150 for a couple of hours. You can easily do these every day, or you at least get 3 of these a week and make $1,000 in a week easily with these online and in person. They're going to ask you, when's the last time you did a focus group or a study. You say over a year ago or never. There's ways or little tricks to get more studies. But just once you get comfortable, once you see what type of requirements they look for, what they ask for, you can kind of breeze through these studies and get hired and get picked over a lot of other people. Usually when I go to these studies, there's not a lot of young people in there. Mostly it's, retired or older women. But every once in a while, they want people that works. And I've seen people who called off work, who got off work early because they had a $200, working all day to make $200, or you can make $200 in an easy hour, 2 hour period and get fed. You can't beat that. So people, leave work early, call off, use their PTO sometimes just to do this. And I have too. If I've had a study that pays over 200 for an hour, I would definitely just go on a long lunch break, knock this study out, and come back. But most of the time when I started this, I was unemployed, trying to find my way in between jobs, and this would kept me food in my belly, money in my bank account, kept gas in my car, kept me rolling around until I found steady work. So do not sleep on these studies. Here's another one, Field Work Atlanta. That's a great company. But like I said, I'm going to leave inspired opinions I'm going to leave a link. Here's one for $100, 2 hours. I'm going to leave a link to all of these down below, so you guys won't miss out. Here's an alcohol beverage research study. Let's see what they're asking for. Alcoholic beverages, $70 for 1 hour online. So this is online, so we won't be tasting alcohol with this one. But like I said, if you got experience drinking, you're a professional drinker out here, go ahead and sign up for this one. Do everything online. Have your beer while you doing this focus group, man. This is a credible opportunity. I know I keep saying that, but I mean, I really don't even know why I really stopped doing them. Now, full transparency on this channel, I keep it real. They are hard to get. Now, think about this. I have 20,000 people on this channel. What if all 20,000 went out and applied for these companies and start applying for these focus groups? Many of them your same age, your same race, your same demographic. So it is competitive, depending on what market it is, but a lot of people do not know about these studies. So a lot of times I do it, I'll get a call, they say, hey, let me ask you a couple of questions, that maybe ask me 5 questions. And I'm like, oh, okay, I apologize. Well, your group, what answered has offered, that quota has already been filled. We'll put you on the wait list. And then if somebody drop, they bring you back on. So think about somebody who drinks. If you say you drink, most people, in a certain age group do drink. So if you may need to stand out and say, hey, I only drink once a week instead of every day, they may be looking for somebody who are casual drinkers, but you never really know what exactly they're looking for. So it's kind of hard to gauge or, lie or, give them the answer that they're looking for. Just kind of be honest. But sometimes, you kind of can tell, if it's an alcohol beverage study, you're not going to say, no, you don't drink. That's going to get you disqualified automatically. So you want to be truthful, but if you want to get picked for a lot of studies, you got to play the game, how it goes, and make sure that you are answering the questions or giving them what they want to hear on a day-to-day basis. Here's another one: grocery shopping study. I've actually done grocery shopping studies. They gave me some little camera thing that I hooked on my collar, and I had to go around the actual grocery store. Somebody actually met me at the grocery store, and we did this little exercise where we went down a cereal aisle and went down another aisle, just kind of seeing how your eye looks, what eye level you go to, what items you pick up. I mean, they have some very cool research studies out here. I even done one where they put a cap on my head and just kind of set me in front of a screen. I looked like a lab rat, but that thing paid $400. They just gauged my eye and where my eyes move on the screen. So basically, for commercials, they use certain colors, certain patterns to get people drawn into their commercials to buy their products, and they was kind of gauging where my eyes were going, and how many times I actually focus on the product in the screen. So that was a cool experience. Seeing what they were doing with that. So yeah, like I said, I've been doing this for over 10 years. You see 2010, some of these emails I've been getting. So that's actually over 13 years. And here's another one for $150 on June 22nd. Doesn't say how long it is. Let me see. Let's go back to the screen. Grocery shopping, $150. And this one doesn't say how long it is, but like I said, they usually no longer than 2 hours, 2.5 hours. Now, the longest focus group I have done was for a lawyer. It was for a trial. We was in there from 9 to about 5. We was in there all day. They fed us breakfast, lunch, and another snack in between. We was actually acting as we were jurors on a trial. My confidentially NDA, I can't actually say what the trial was about or anything about it, but it was a great experience. Like I said, we got paid definitely, I think it was over $300 sitting in there all day. It's about 10, 12 of us. We was in there chilling, joking, Then when it was time to, answer the question, we got serious, gave them the information they needed, and they let us go. Downtown Atlanta. It wasn't, all the way out, nowhere far. So it was very worth my time, very worth, the time and effort that I gave them. They compensate you well. They treat you, you know what I mean, treat you very good when you're going into these places. And some of these facilities are very nice, state of the art, TVs, you got, books and everything while you're waiting to go back into your study. So you feel very comfortable while you're in there. So here's something about, like, I guess, online food delivery apps. I'm trying to go through the questions, what I'm seeing. So you kind of see how long some of these questions are. Now, this is just a Google Doc. This is about 30, about 20 questions or so. Multiple choices, kind of pick what you want. When is the last time you did gig work? Oh, here's a gig work study for my gig workers. Definitely gonna leave a link for this one. But this was only based in Atlanta. But like I said, they go around to different cities. So this week they may be in Atlanta. Next week they could be in Boston, LA, Texas. So sign up. Definitely, the bigger the city you're in, the more opportunities you're gonna have. So if you're in a small town, you're probably not likely going to find a lot of opportunities to do this, but you can do the online one. So, you know, the online will work from anywhere. A lot of time, many guys may be in the malls where you are. You might have been stopped by somebody in the mall to do a quick focus group. Those are the kind of the same things. If you're familiar with that, I was stopped in like Lenox Mall one time, as well as Cumberland Mall when they used to do that. They stopped me one time, pulled me in. I was, I might have been like 18. I was with my mom. She know where I went. I'm like, Mom, getting paid doing this focus group real quick. And that was like I said, I'm old. That was before we had cell phones and stuff. So you know where the hell I was, but I was making some money. See, it worked out. All right. So make this video no longer. Like I said, I'm going to leave a link to the best focus group companies down in the description. This is Q Insights. If anybody want to know what exactly this online grocery shopping is, and looking like you might be for gig workers, or when the last time you used a gig app like Uber Eats, DoorDash, and kind of answering some of these questions. Thinking about on-demand delivery service companies. Please tell me which statement best describes how you feel about each company. So you kind of give your honest opinion about the company. Sometimes it may be DoorDash that's sponsoring this focus group, so you might not want to, shit on them too bad, but just give an honest opinion, and then you'll get picked and you start getting to the money. All right. So boss up with me. This is a great side hustle, extra income. I'm all about people earning extra income. You don't have to quit your 9 to 5. 9 to 5s are great. Nothing wrong with having a 9 to 5. But I do preach that everybody has their own side hustle, own extra source of income. It makes life easier, makes life better, and allows everybody to have that extra spending money. You don't worry about living paycheck to paycheck, and you can have that money to invest, and then eventually get out the 9 to 5 rat race and start your business or retire early or do whatever you want to do. All right. So the next time, this is focus groups per se. So we got video game focus groups, we got online grocery shopping focus groups. We got some of everything for you guys. All right. Till next time, boss up, baby. We out.